Hey guys, I'm here with Ben and Smylen, and this is their resort, and we're gonna ask them a few questions about this lovely resort. All right, Ben. Tell me a little bit about what we were discussing.
Where do we start?
All right. Tell me about how you first thought about this place, because you had mentioned you were in Africa.
Yeah, you know, basically, I got started in going to this place with my wife, who I met in Malaysia. She brought me here. And I only had like 5 days to go around and do all that kind of stuff, but I fell in love with it right to start. I mean, had nothing to do with this particular piece of property. Then when I happened to be working in Africa for a very rich man, and she sent me the pictures of the land. And basically, it was walking through not a nice road like that, but showing me the beach and all of the basic property.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was great. So from there on, then we made our plans. We already had a house in Luman.
Yeah.
And our guys built it right from scratch.
Yeah.
We actually made the hollow blocks for it and everything else after I found out some of them broke like crazy.
Yeah.
But so we built a kind of a different kind of house. If you were driving by, you'd say, gee, that looks like something in Massachusetts or something. It's a 2-story with the overhang and things like that. But anyhow, so at that point we had about 7 workers doing all the work, no problem. And then I can't remember exactly where I was going, to China or whatever, exactly when we found this property. I guess it was 2012 that we found it, something like that. Maybe it was, well, we were finished our factory in 2014, April.
Yeah.
2014. So I guess this part of it was after that. The stairs going up the steps, the house, the American kind of house that I wanted to build. And then from that point on, I worked in China, but then I wound up working in Malaysia. Then I wound up working in Africa, or in California for almost 2 years. Then Africa for 4 months. And I could have stayed longer, but some other good things about flying came up, so no problem. So when we started to build this property, one of the first things was finding a road to go in. And matter of fact, she had a trail that we could follow, but it was like left, right, until we talked to this lady who lived right at the street, and she said, well, give me about a week and I will arrange. And so she took that jumble of road, trail, and we got our road kind of almost straight to the land, and it was all surveyed as such and everything. So we started from there, just getting things going. We got the coconut factory that we wanted started when I was in China. And then this part was because after the almost 2 years, we were walking up the stairs, which were done. And we said, gee, we have a lot of room here. Maybe we should do something else.
So that inspired you to create Smylen's Dream.
Yeah. I mean, the greenhouse was built. None of these were built. This was not built. And that's where we continued. We still had a lot of workers building the building and everything else. We also had now the other people making the coconut oil the way they're supposed to. And basically that we're up to that point.
Okay.
So,
And there's seven rooms here.
yep.
And then there's where we're in right now, like a cafe type,
Yep.
right?
Kitchen, bathroom, and office.
Okay, Mylen, how did the name of Smylen's Dream come about?
Smylen Dream is from my nickname Mylen, because my husband before told me that if we owns a property here in Siquijor, we call it Smylen Dream, like we put S, Smylen Dream.
And so, also, this is where the dream about.
You know, the actual, now that I thought about it, it was supposed to be Siquijor Dream. And that's, she couldn't take the Siquijor name, and it became Smylen.
Okay, awesome.
Smylen.
We love a good story, right?
Yeah, why not?
And so all began this beautiful resort that you guys have, and it's almost like a eco-friendly resort, right?
Yes.
For sure.
And you have, like you mentioned earlier, 7 rooms, and you have oceanfront as well, stairs going down to the beach.
Right.
Can you tell me anything else that people might be interested in hearing?
I mean, we have lots of plants. Actually, we had probably 1,000 bougainvillea.
Yeah.
But we also, at one point, we had 30 beehives.
Oh, wow.
And oh wow, it was good. Except I guess we didn't feed them enough, and they all died.
Oh, okay.
But that was one of the things. That's one of the buildings that we have that we call our nursery.
No.
And but there's a lot of other plants, other things that we've planted over the
We
years.
have lots of coconuts also here.
Most of the coconuts right here were planted by our people,
Okay.
and then the rest of the plants, I've got avocados, I've got the mango trees, of course, and we have quite a few other that's going over there.
And when did you guys start building here?
2018.
Oh,
No, oh, you mean
17.
this part of it?
Yeah, this part of the resort.
Is that
Yeah,
late?
2018, then we
You sure?
opened 2017, then we opened 2018.
Yeah. And I was still flying someplace.
Oh, okay. All right. So, is there anything that you might want someone to know specifically? Something that you might not have even told anyone yet about this property that just brings joy to you?
You answered.
I mean, I can't just say that because I was not here most of the time. But then she actually wound up going to school for 4 months. I mean, 4 days every month. No, 4 days every week. And so she became a good chef. She does pretty good. And we had one other girl. Two of them went. And so that was good. And we did have a good company. We have some damn good food that we had, and some we don't have so much anymore, like the chicken curry and a few other things like that. So I mean that's part of it. If I was going to be hanging around here longer, I would like to have a walk-in refrigerator, a few things like that could make it even better.
Yeah.
So.
And what is the sales price of this property?
45 million.
Okay.
And this property is 1 hectare. So it's big enough to if they expand more.
Okay. Great. So 1 hectare of land, 7 rooms that people can stay at,
Yeah.
1 basically family suite,
correct.
which is the green one, which is a beautiful, huge room, house basically.
Yeah.
And then it's what, about 20 kilometers from town, so it's nice and peaceful out here.
Yeah, it's like 16 miles to
Maria.
a port. So 16 kilometers, sorry. So, and 2 more kilometers to our house that we have, the other house.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ben and Mylen, for answering these questions, and thank you for allowing us to see your property.
Pleasure.